It's good. It's good to get out here. Yeah, our first time in Dowdy Ficklin this preseason camp for our first scrimmage. We tried to get out here earlier in the week, but it was raining a little bit. Didn't want to tear up the grass, but just anytime you can get out in Dowdy and know how special this is, and for our players to kind of experience this, it's pretty special. And Coach Steve Shankweiler went through just the history of the stadium last night, and our players got to hear about that and just what makes this place special. When I told them today, it's like it's a special place, and that's Greenville, that's East Carolina, that's Pirate Nation, all that. But what really makes it special is your effort and how hard you play. You can make this place light up. And I thought we did a decent job with our effort and our energy today. Obviously, the execution piece isn't quite where we need it to be. It's scrimmage number one. That's kind of what you would expect. Now we got to go build on that. Today was kind of more of a scrimmage back and forth a little bit. Next week, when we go back at it, it will be more of a game simulation. We'll do a little bit more scenarios instead of just putting the ball down and play. But I thought the guys, for overall, competed really well. Kind of proud of the offense, does some things there. And you would expect that. The offense to be a little bit further ahead of the defense right now because of the continuity there and some guys coming back. But overall, I thought we did some decent things.
Katin had a big day.
Anytime you got your quarterback back, and we talked about it, it's the first time since 21, 22, and he's starting to pick up where he left off last season. Just, outstanding young man and really leading. And you can see just calm, cool, and collective out there. Doesn't panic. And most of the things went his way today, so that made it a little easier too.
What impressed you the most in first scrimmage?
I would say just the effort, on both sides of the ball. You didn't really have a letdown. They kept going at it. And that's hard sometimes when you're at practice all the time and coaches are on the field chasing you and making sure you're running the ball and they're out there with their energy. And all of a sudden you make the coaches off the sideline and they quit holding your hand. And now you got to go out there and still execute at a high level and still keep your energy and effort up. So I thought that was good. Some of those young D linemen I think continued to impress. Don Mooney, Josiah Dwyer, Evan Powell. I think those three kids, I don't know how many snaps we'll see from this fall, but those three kids, you can tell they're going to be really good players one day.
Just how important is it for that effort to be 100% in this type of scrimmage?
That's where we got to start. If you're having to coach effort, you're having to coach energy or attitude, those things, then we're in trouble. But I think that's where it starts, and that's what our culture's got to be about. Nobody plays harder than we do, and that's what we got to lead with. And I tell our players all the time, if somebody turns on the tape, they're not going to talk about what type of scheme you are. They're going to talk about how hard you play the game, how physical you play the game, and that's where we got to start. And that's kind of been what these guys do a really good job at from day one.
What's the biggest difference you've seen from a practice setting to a scrimmage one?
As soon as you get out here, it's kind of as I mentioned a second ago, just the coaches are off the field and they're no longer going to tell on you, hey, remember this, or don't forget this step, or your alignment here. And now all of a sudden you're looking at the players, they got to do it themselves. So that, and you kind of get some more, and that's what you got to build toward. Practice kind of gets you ready for scrimmage. Scrimmage kind of gets you ready for a game. And every day, it's our jobs as coaches to put them in those situations to build up to a game. And to August 28th.
How much are you looking at NC State versus your own team?
Yeah, right now it's about ourselves, us. Our opponent is us every day, and we go at it every day and just build our fundamentals, our culture, the way we play the game. We got about another week of this, of just kind of in camp mode, and then we'll kind of turn our focus to the first opponent.
I know Coach Aldridge was, you want to see the tackling. So what did you think about the tackling in scrimmage?
I never think the tackling is good early in the season. Of course, being a defensive coach most of life, I don't know if it'll ever be good enough for me, but we got to improve on that, and hopefully some of that is our offensive players too, making them miss and making guys, not do a good job tackling, and hopefully that's part of it, and I believe it is. But we got to, continue to take the extra step, get our feet to contact, run through contact, keep our eyes up, keep our knees bent, all those things. And the other portion of it too is we call it just, finishing. And that's hard to do sometimes in practice because you're trying to stay off the ground, keep everybody up for safety issues. And all of a sudden you get in a live situation, game situation, you want to go finish on the pile or push the pile forward if you're an offensive lineman. So we got to continue to emphasize that. I think that's probably the one takeaway from an effort stand piece, that we got to go back and practice a little bit. And that's tough to simulate because of the way you practice and the way you try to get through practice safely.
What position battles became a little bit more clear today?
I think there's several. The guys on the edge up front, Raheem Craig, I thought did a really good job. Ja'Marley Riddle does a great job in secondary. Rashid Reason's a corner that just came to us this summer. I think you're starting to see some flashes by him that he could be on the field for us this fall.
Obviously, you had the kickers kind of going at the end there with
Yeah.
the guys distracting them. Has anyone kind of separated in that competition?
That's probably the one position I think we don't have quite separation yet, and that's kind of wanting to put them under a little pressure there and under the attention of the whole football team. Sometimes you're out here kicking by yourself, nobody's around. That's fairly easy. But you put a little pressure on them there, and they go at it. You get all 150 eyes or whatever it is on them. And I thought they hit the ball well, and they give us a little range, a little bit different than last year. You feel like you had to get inside the 25 or so to be in scoring range. Now I feel like we can back that thing up a little bit, and you can hear the sound of it too. It just sounds different when it comes off their foot there.
In terms of growth, just how happy are you with where your team's at from first preseason practice to where you are right now?
I'll never be happy. I mean, that's probably just part of being a coach, and probably, your standard and expectations is you're always pushing forward. So I don't know, happy is the right word. I am glad we're going in the right direction, moving in the right direction, but we got a lot of work to get done. We got to keep at it every single day. If we stay the same between now and August 28th, we're in trouble. So we got to go find a way to get better every single day. And these guys have done a pretty good job of going and attacking it. I mean, I think Coach Tess talked about climbing the mountain the other day in our little thought of the day for our staff meeting, and talked about, hey, every single day you climbing that mountain, and we just got to continue to climb it and keep going and keep rising every single day.
One more question.
Coach, a lot of family members and kids running around at the end of this thing. How important is it to you to not only get better at football, but have that kind of family environment?
I think this is, I learned as I was an assistant coach. I've only been doing this for a short time period, but as an assistant coach, that stuff matters. This stuff is important. Just, having a situation or environment where your kids can come out and your family can come out, and not only for, the coaches, but also for our players, and our players being able to see us being dads and being husbands, and how important that is, and being role models. We're helping these young men on the field, but also off the field, grow up to, be successful in life, and one day they're going to be dads and fathers and husbands. And if we can role model that and demonstrate that, I think that's a good start.
Let's talk about what you thought in that first scrimmage.
First scrimmage, I think we did good. We just had a little slow start, but it just felt good to come back out here with the guys, pretty much.
Year two for you compared to this time last year. How much more comfortable are you?
I think I'm very comfortable, just knowing the playbook, knowing the formation and stuff, and slow the game down for me and stuff like that, so I can play faster to my best ability.
What's it like learning under Coach Maggs?
Coach Maggs, I say it's a blessing because it's somebody that actually played at ECU on the same field as me, same thing. So he went through the stuff, so he kind of been in the same shoe and stuff.
Make sure you ask him about that interception against State. That always gets him riled up.
I got you.
Last year, the saying around the defense was BDN, best defense in the nation.
Yes,
has that changed, and what is the motto this year?
No, sir, it didn't change. It's still BDN, best defense in the nation. We still break everything down on BDN. Yes, sir.
With Coach Aldridge, where does he want to see the biggest growth with your defense right now?
I would say the biggest growth for Coach Aldridge, I think he want to see in the defense. I'll probably say just us flying around to the ball, stuff like that. Yes, sir.
He was anxious to see how you guys tackled today.
Yeah, definitely. We'll come to meet our deepest objectives. It's relentless effort, it's just mental execution, and violent tackling. So I think we focus on those things right there, we'll be great in defense.
Talk about Katin, that quarterback, a little bit. He was flinging around a little bit.
Yeah.
He looks good, doesn't he?
Yeah, definitely. Katin, he gave me some trouble, but I think he's Katin one of the ones.
What receivers are giving you fits, if any of them? Who are standing out to you?
I say the standout receivers, Yannick, Ant, I say Quezzy, actually John Waiters too. Yes,
With less coaches on the field in a scrimmage setting, how do you think the communication is on the defense right now?
You can repeat that for me?
With less coaches on the field in the scrimmage, how do you feel the communication has been with the defense?
I think the communication is a big thing that we focus on, before the scrimmage, even throughout practice and stuff. So I think we're doing actually good with that. But I feel like we got to get a little bit better with it.
How important is it to not only challenge your defense, but challenge your offensive guys as you guys continue to grow as a squad?
I think it's very important because either way, say we had a bust on defense, it's helping the offense. But we learning from our mistakes, new mistakes every day and stuff.
Anybody behind you, Pirate fans should be excited about, younger guys in the secondary?
I would say younger guys. Well, kind of not a young guy, but behind me, I have Aiden Duncanson. I think he's pretty solid behind me.
What's the biggest thing you guys got to work on as a defense from now to NC State?
As a defense, I would say just focusing on us. Just not not beating yourself up.
Katin, looked like you had a big day out there. How comfortable were you?
I felt comfortable for sure. Just felt like I was in rhythm. Felt like I was in control. Just everything from fall camp to the start of it, from summer, just putting in the reps, and then this is our first scrimmage to go on and be able to do on the real practice field, putting the ball down and go and be able to play. Just felt really good. Felt like the offense was moving. I feel like just everyone knowing their assignment. I don't think we had a lot of MAs today. I feel like everyone knew what to do, and then we executed. I feel like the biggest part was execution. Not a lot of penalties, in my opinion. Still got to clean some stuff up, but I thought today overall was a good day.
How important is it to just have an inter-squad scrimmage before the regular season starts?
It's so big. I mean, it's the closest thing you can do to playing a national game. So just being able to do that and practice against our really good defense, it just prepares us so much. So, yeah.
Has camp started to become a grind yet, or is that still down the road?
I mean, I've had a lot of fun. It's definitely been a grind. Just the long days, being here, working out, stuff like that, meetings. But being able to do it here in Greenville with my teammates and stuff, just being in the locker room, like it's been great.
Katin, any individuals or position groups on defense that are giving you trouble?
Man, our front seven's pretty good, man. I mean, we had lost some guys last year, but just the guys that are returning, we have some fits. So just running the ball, it's kind of hard to run on 3rd and 1 and 3rd and short. So those guys have been really stepping up for sure.
Brandon Ja'Marley, Power 5 guy. I mean, what's he kind of been like for you as a receiver?
Man, he's a burner. He can take the top off for sure. But I mean, he's really good. He's a really smart guy, know what he's doing. And he's just a guy that's in one-on-one. You're going to want to take him every day. So yeah, he's a great player.
Coach talked about continuity. How important is that right now for you guys? He said you guys are really ahead of the defense. How important is that? I know you guys got a lot of guys coming back.
Yeah, it's huge. We got a lot of players coming back, same coaching staff. So just being able to build off last year and just kind of grow over this fall camp, it's been really good. So that continuity is huge for sure.
Okay, you're going through your second camp. Just how much more comfortable are you this year compared to where you were last year?
Man, I feel great. Just still got a lot of stuff to clean up. But as far as like my mental side of it, I just feel like I'm in a really good spot right now.
What kind of difference does it make getting all the reps at one, whereas last camp, obviously, you're splitting them?
Man, just getting more reps it's just more practice. That's the biggest thing. Just seeing more looks, getting more practice. I feel like that's just making me better as a player.
What's the biggest thing you want to see the offense improve upon before week 1?
Just red zone. I feel like we want to finish in the red zone. That's like our big emphasis going into the season. So whenever we get down to the red zone, whether it's a scrimmage or we have practice periods, we want to be able to score touchdowns, not field goals. So that's our biggest point of emphasis for sure.
From the American kickoff to now, you keep iterizing fun, the word fun, and just having fun. I mean, while being serious, how important is it to be loose and light and having fun with your guys?
Yeah, football's supposed to be fun. I mean, this is why we do it. You want to come out here, you want to enjoy the game, love the game. So whatever I can do to enjoy it, that's what you're supposed to do. So I think that's really important to enjoy what you're doing. So yeah, it's huge.